Talking to oneself is a habit as old as humanity itself, an internal dialogue that many of us don't even realize we're having. It's like breathing, we do it without thinking. But what few know is that these silent conversations build, brick by brick, the structure of our lives. These words, whispered in the quiet of our minds, hold the power to transform dreams into reality or, sadly, trap us in cycles of pain and suffering. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he, the proverb says, but how many of us truly understand the weight of these words? Our thoughts are not mere guests. They carve the paths we walk each day. If we want to change the direction of our lives, we need to abandon the old stories we keep telling ourselves. In the Bible, this process is described as leaving the old man behind and renewing ourselves in the spirit of our mind. Our internal speech is a mirror of our soul. Changing our thoughts begins with altering those secret conversations we hold within. We live in a universe of infinite possibilities, where everything we manifest starts with the quiet conversations we hold in our minds. But as conscious beings, we need to wake up to the power of these conversations and choose, with intention, every word, every thought. Our internal dialogues shape the lives we lead. As long as we maintain the same negative conversations, our lives will remain trapped in old patterns, like a storm that never ends. Trying to change the outside world without first healing our inner world is like trying to hold back the tide with our hands. How often do we find ourselves stuck in conversations of fear, doubt, and insecurity while hoping for miracles? We fail to see that these very conversations are the true roots of our disappointments and failures. We keep blaming fate, circumstances, or those around us, never looking within to recognize the real source of our challenges. What we experience externally is a direct reflection of the stories we tell ourselves day after day. If our inner conversations are filled with pain and negativity, they become walls that surround us, isolating us from everything we desire. What truly matters are the actions we take now, in the present, even if their outcomes aren't immediately visible. Change is not a shout into the void. It is a silent prayer, a whisper of faith amidst the storm. The experiences and relationships we have are a reflection of our soul. Speaking internally as if our desires are already reality is the key to conscious creation. The world around us is merely a reflection of our inner world. If we learn to control our thoughts and feelings, we will discover the joy of confidently declaring what we want, even before we see it manifested. Faith is born in the silence of the mind. Consciously using imagination allows us to transform the energy of our deepest emotions into tangible reality. What is your true desire? Does it resonate with what you tell yourself when no one else is listening? For your dreams to become reality, your internal words must align with the future you desire. Just as two friends cannot walk together unless they agree, your inner dialogue must reflect the life you want to live. The words you repeat to yourself must align with the image of who you want to become. The scriptures speak of two sacred gifts given to man, the mind and the word, which, when used wisely, elevate us beyond the limits of the physical world. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Word is the fruit of the mind, vibrating through the world and attracting into our lives what aligns with our internal frequencies. Just as God's Word created the universe, our internal words have the power to create our reality, both within and around us. If we wish to become the highest version of ourselves, we must choose words that lift us, inspire us, and connect us to the abundance of the universe. Transforming the inner dialogue is like putting on the garment of a new self. Even if no one else hears these words, they echo in our soul and shape our destiny. To bring our ideal self to life, we must clearly define who we want to be and believe with all our heart that this version already exists. Imagine yourself as the person you want to be. Feel what that person feels, live as they would live. Life is a blank canvas waiting to be filled with the colors of our imagination. Every thought is a brushstroke that shapes reality. Test this power and see how the universe responds, aligning with the vision you hold of yourself. Our inner conversations are the map to our destiny. If we fill our minds with negative thoughts, we are sowing the ground for a harvest of pain. But if we change that narrative, if we surrender to conversations of hope, love, and fulfillment, then we are planting seeds of greatness. The moment is now. The time for change is today. The power is in your hands. Let us imagine a world where our dreams come true, where our words align with our deepest desires. This is the key to creating heaven on earth. Let us use our imagination with intention, choosing every word, every mental image carefully, so they are in perfect harmony with our ideals. Imagination is much more than a daydream. It is the bridge between the now and what we desire. It is the path to the future we want to live, and it is time to use it with all the intensity of our being. Visualize your ideal life as if it is already happening. See yourself there, live there, be that person. Imagination is not just a trick of the mind. It is the most powerful tool we have to shape our reality. Use it, and the universe will respond, opening doors where there were once walls. The keys are in your hands. What will you do with them? If we find resistance in our thoughts, this is a clear sign that there are still internal blocks to overcome. We need to look within, embrace our shadows, and consciously choose a new way of thinking, a new way of being. Our destiny is not written in the stars. It is shaped by the thoughts we choose to cultivate. This is the invitation. Use the strength of your imagination, your words, and your heart to create the life you've always dreamed of. There are no limits except the ones you impose on yourself.